In this video, I'm going to show you how to basically print silver as a new player. We all know that making silver as a new player is kind of a daunting task nowadays, but I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make pretty much passive income. You could do this for like 30 minutes a day, and you could actually make quite a bit of money because the stuff that you're going to be getting from doing this is always used by people. So there's always a demand for it. The silver that you can get from it doesn't fluctuate very much, and it's very steady, and you will always be able to just make a ton of silver by doing this. So basically, you may or may not have seen this before, but faction as a healer. This is a really easy and cheap way to kind of, cheese the money making system a little bit. But the basic idea is that you go out and bandit. Now, you can do this in the yellow zone. However, you don't get any bonuses necessarily. So this tutorial is basically for people who literally are just starting out. They can now enlist in the faction warfare side of things, and they want to figure out how to make some extra cash, so you want to be doing bandit, and I'll show you the set here in a minute. It's extremely cheap. You could literally like go and do a solo dungeon in a yellow zone and make the money for this set. Now, bandit is done in the red zones. It is lethal. You might die, and as a new player, you probably will because you don't know what to look out for, blah, 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 especially in like a ZVZ kind of setting. But don't worry about that. Literally, if you make 3k points, you will almost pay for 2 of these sets, okay? If you make 3,000 faction points, which is very easy with this method, you will literally almost pay for 2 of these sets. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the build. So the build that we're going to be using is a healer build. Now I have the Blight Staff as the first option. This is more expensive though, so if you really want to go cheap, I would suggest going with the Great Holy Staff. You don't even have to go with 4.1 gear. I believe 4 flat should be enough. 700 IP, yeah. So you don't even have to go with 4.1 gear. You can go with 4 flat if you need to. As long as you're above 700 IP, then you should be good to go. The abilities that you want for the Blight Staff is first or third Q. You probably won't have this one as a new player, so first Q, you literally just select people that are around and you put healing charges on them, and you basically want to be clicking on a whole bunch of different people, healing as many people as you can find. And then W, second ability, you should have this like pretty much right away, if not right away. Obviously the E, and then the first passive, so you get an increased healing cast every 4 spells cast. For the Holy Staff, you want to go third Q if you have it, but again, if you don't have it, then first Q works just as fine. You'll just have to click on more people. The third Q is just an AoE ability, so you can hit 5 people at the same time. These are interchangeable. It doesn't really matter, but for Holy Beam, if you want to, the nice thing about this is you can walk while you're doing this, so you're not going to cancel the channel. Obviously the E, and then also the first passive for the healing cast bonus. For the gear, for the Cleric Cowl, you want to go third ability, Ice Block, first passive. For the jacket, third ability, first passive. And for the boots, you could go second or third. They both basically do the same thing. The only difference is this ability is just a normal run, and this one makes you immune to stuns, roots, and slows. I would just suggest doing this one if you're new. You might not even have this unlocked yet. I'm not sure. But then second passive for the healing increase. So far with the Blight Staff on, the build is worth 39,000, a little bit over 39,000. However, if I switch to a Holy Staff, it's literally 28,000, okay? If you have 3,000 points of doing faction, you quite literally are just barely shy of paying for 2 of these sets, like by maybe 2,000-3,000 silver. So basically the idea, let's just say these are 3 totally different people. If you only heal one person the whole time that you're doing Bandit, you're only going to get points for yourself, and if that one person goes and captures an outpost or downs a player or kills a player. So basically what you want to be doing is you want to be adding stacks on all of these people. Now keep in mind, on this staff right now, I have the 3rd Q. This heals people in an AoE, okay? Or area of effect, for people that don't know what AoE means. But the 1st Q, it only heals one target at a time, and you put rejuvenating charges on that target over time, and it increases the amount of heals that they receive. But what you want to be doing is you want to be healing as many people as you can get your heals on, okay? This will maximize the amount of points that you can get during Bandit or just faction in general, because anything that those players now do, you are also going to get points for. The Q is single target. The W is a channel. Now this one, unlike the Holy Staff, you cannot move while you channel this. It will cancel it as soon as you move. So what you want to do is you want to select your target and then just hit W, and you don't want to move, okay? Now that will heal the target and give them mana. And then your E is a very large area of effect, okay? This one is really, really good because you could just heal like a ton of people, and all that stuff is, you know, all those points, you're just going to start receiving points and stuff later on as you do Bandit or just faction in general. Now to switch over to the Holy Staff, the 1st Q is exactly the same, except for it's not a heal over time effect, it's a instant heal. Okay. The W is also a channeling ability, however, you can walk while you're doing it. Okay, and you can cancel it anytime if you need to by pressing W again. And then the E ability is very similar to the Blightstaff E, except if you move, you will cancel it. So you want to stop moving, hit your E, let it finish, and then you can start moving again. Okay, and then for the jacket, I don't have a way to really show you how this works, but the way that this works is if you're taking damage, you want to use this ability, and after 1.5 seconds, if you're still taking damage, it will proc this ability and it will make you immune to damage for 3 seconds. For the cowl, this puts you into an ice block. This completely negates any damage or any forced movement effects that are done to you. So when you press this button, you're going to put yourself into an ice block. Alright, you're completely immune while you're in here. Your boots are going to be very big for energy regeneration if you start to run out, okay, because this is going to give you energy every 1 second while you are running. So you're going to receive 55 energy for using this ability. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to show you guys what you're looking for in terms of where to sign up for faction and all that kind of stuff. Now, this is going to, if you're new, if you have not signed up for a faction yet, it's going to have a button that says enlist on it. There are no drawbacks in the game. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't, it's not going to like force you to do any type of content that you don't want to do. It literally only brings benefits, and the only time that you get the faction benefits are if you are flagged. This is what you want to be buying as a new player. Sometimes you can look at the estimated market value for things like the experts Martlock Crest, you do have to be a little bit of higher level. However, the Rock Hearts, these chests, and the Tier 4 Martlock Crests are all available to you as soon as you sign up. Okay? I will show you guys some footage of how to do things during Bandit or just during Faction in general. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope all the new people out there that are, struggling to really get into this game or make silver or something like that, I hope this helped you. Trust me, it gets better as you play. You learn a whole lot more. Making silver gets way easier as you go along. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, be sure to put it in the comments. If there are any other videos that you guys want me to explain, like if there's something you don't understand about the game, feel free to put that in the comments as well. I would be happy to make a video about it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.